Jeremy to take over from now. Please go ahead, Jeremy. Thank you so much.
Hello, how is everyone? I believe you are doing good. My name is Jeremy Tubey. I'm from Zamravin, Baringo. Sisi Kenya imekuwa moja, so we are Kenyans. Yes. So I need from Kenya Water Institute back in 2019. I did the plumbing and pipe fitting. Thereafter, Changia Kiwanja, which I tried to apply some jobs for quite some time, but some of them were not well paying. At the same time, it's not also easy to get jobs. So I just decided to push myself. I took out experience from experienced guys who were already in the field. I gained experience. I realized that in school you just get more of paperwork, but when you come to ground, you realize there is a lot to do in terms of practicals. And every day in the industry, there is some new changes. Improvisation of the system, some of the systems have become exhausted, and you were taught in school. When you come to the ground, you will not apply them. And you must be very sharp to learn them and apply. Learn the skill and apply, because when you waste time, there will be new people who will come with the skill which you don't know, and you'll not get more money. Hiyo, so nilifanya plumbing, and then nikakuja learn a lot of things, mambo kama vile solar system. Hiyo shule mnafunza tu kidogo. Kitambo ilikuwa mambo ya boilers, but now siku hizi kuna hii solar water heater iko kwa ground sasa. So hiyo tukalearn hiyo. Now we do solar water heater installation. And also I did nowadays nimespecify sana na biodigester. Now biodigester it's a modern sewerage management ambaye ilikuja ka replace septic tank. Now we remember, or we know, we also have in the ground the septic tanks zile za kitambo. The advantage of septic tank inakuja inajaa, unaita exhauster, that is inakuwa very expensive. I'll not talk a lot of disadvantage about the septic tank, but I'll talk the advantages of biodigester. Now, biodigester, I'll take a video and some of a few charts nimeweza kuillustrate. Nafikiri mnaona the system here. Let me call my friend anifikie. Let's conclude and tuone. Just put it here. Ni kama mnaona? Yes. Now we have this is the biodigester chamber. These are the chambers I've illustrated there. Now, first of all, what is biodigester? Biodigester it consists of steel chambers whereby microorganisms digest organic waste into soluble water. That is the biodigester. Now, biodigester has different chambers depending on the unit or the user. Customer siku moja akikuita akuulize, akwambie nataka uniwekee biodigester. Jambo la kwanza unamuuliza, how many users will this digester accommodate? Or atakuwa na watu wangapi kwa hiyo nyumba yake? So that you know the size of digester you're constructing, and also the size of the sockpit you are doing. Now, it consists of 4 chambers. This is the first chamber here, second chamber, third chamber, and then the sockpit. When you make a round stuff up, these are rocks. Let me explain from chamber one. This chamber, the wastewater, this is the inlet. Wastewater gets in with the solid focal waste, that is organic matter. Usually, the human waste will always float on water. I know most of you don't know that. And before the digester is on use, there must be water inside. So after finishing our construction of the digester, we must pour water inside it. The water is also part of the process of the digester. The straight dotted ones are water. So when the water with the flashed water, when it gets in the digester, it meets with another water inside it. So and this water is treated. It has enzymes. The enzymes are the one to increase the decomposition of the human waste. And the enzymes also make the microorganism, which is the bacteria, to develop more. So this water has microorganisms, and these microorganisms will not see with your pure eyes. That's why you call it micro. Usually biological, that's why we call it biodigestor. Bio means biodegradable in full. Biodegradable. That's we call it biodigestor. It's biodegradable biodigester. So the microorganisms develops naturally. Usually when something gets rot, usually there is a microorganism which develops naturally. Now the enzymes make the microorganisms to grow more. Now we've said the human waste usually floats on water. Now when the human waste comes inside the digester, it floats. Human waste floats because it has methane gas, carbon dioxide, and zero of oxygen. So when it floats in this first chamber, it is given a room for the decomposition. When it floats, our next inlet to the next chamber is in the middle of the chamber. The next inlet, this one, I think you can see this is another inlet to the second chamber. Now, and there will be some few debris here. They had the one which cannot be digested, like rocks, or when you swallow the hard things which cannot be digested by the digester. It goes down here. That's why the inlet is a bit top. The inlet of the next chamber is a bit top. So inaingia kwa next digester, next chamber, the few particles yenye ilibaki yenye ilienda secondly ama ilienda kwa due to high pressure ya inlet inaingia hapa the chamber. So pia the same ina float inarudi juu the solid part. You see in this chamber there are few. These are the few human waste. And then now also here there is a few debris or the hard things. Now that means this area hold a lot of sludge. The sludge are the solid waste. It is being stored here for quite some time, and then after some time it melts. These organic floated human waste. It's given time for decomposition. After decomposing, it becomes pure. It becomes watery. Then it comes to this side of the hole, and then now it goes automatically to this other chamber. Now from here, the digestion would have occurred halfway, and then now there is this other chamber in the digester. It holds the water. There is the soluble water, the effluent. It holds here. Now here in this area, it is pure water. The water is being stored for some time, and then it goes to the soak pit. This is the last chamber. This is chamber 4. This chamber 4 is soak pit. We call it soak pit. We usually dig a big hole, and then we put some shapeless rock inside it. The main reason for putting the shapeless rocks in this last chamber is to allow the percolation of water to move to the ground. This is the digested water. Now it moves to the soak pit, and then it goes to the ground. Now, this water is environmental friendly. Now let's go to the advantages of biodigester, so that I will you'll know the meaning of the purpose of this sock pit. And now, biodigester, why we are embracing it at the moment, it takes less space. You might find a customer, he has a small plot. So the advantage of this biodigester, it will take less space. So a customer will not worry about his land compared to the septic tank, which takes a lot of space in your ground. Now let's go to number 2. No, nimeanza na ya mwisho. Anyway, tushamalizana na hii. It takes less space. Matter number 4. That means it takes less space. Now this one takes less materials. It takes less materials. That means the client atafurahia because itamsavia a lot. Na hii chuma ya size yenye si mzuri itachukua materials kidogo. That means it is affordable. Yes. Now number 2, it is environmental friendly. When I say it is environmental friendly, that means this one is outdoorless. When in the last chamber, this is water here. Somebody might ask, this water going to the soak pit and seeping to the ground, does it not? It doesn't affect the environment. Now the digested water here is environmental friendly. When you plant some avocados over there, or bananas, or other things, or mangoes, when the roots go to the and collect water from the soak pit, it will become very fertile because it is environmental friendly. There is no chemical biology has occurred there, so it is rich for farming. And also it's odorless. That's why I've said it's environmental friendly. Yes. Another thing, number 3. Let's go to this one. Number 3, it has less maintenance. That means you will not call exhauster in your place. When you have installed biodigester, you'll never call a biodigester in your place because now the exhauster will come and do what, and there's no waste inside this system because the procedure is occurring and the human waste is being digested and becomes soluble water. This soluble water goes to the ground, which is environmental friendly. So we are done with the maintenance. The only maintenance of biodigester, you just add some few enzymes after some time to back up the microorganisms. For example, especially when the digest is very active or you are not using it most of the time. The microorganisms also needs food, and when you don't use it frequently, after some time you also need to add the enzymes so that it become more active. And the enzymes is not expensive compared to calling an exhauster when you have done the septic tank. Now, so that is the overall view of the biodigester, and this is the system we are applying at the ground at the moment. So there is different shapes of the biodigester. Now there is the round one. There is also this one I've shown you here is the rectangle one, and this one it also the round one is good for the area which is waterlogged, so that the water will not get inside it. The round one are the best in the area which is swampy. And also when a client call you and you find the area is very rocky, the rocky area it's very expensive to dig compared to the place where the soil is loam. There is a loam soil and the clay soil. So there is a difference in quotation. So the places which are very the place which is very rocky, it is quite higher compared to the other place which is loam. And you might find out in the so that you save your money in the place where there is a lot of rocks. You don't go deeper. You make it to become wide, provided you just achieve the volume. Provided the example, the digester for up to 10 users is supposed to be 2 meters cubic and above. So you can also make it wide, provided you just achieve the volume which is 2 meters cubic. You can in the other areas which is it has very small farm, you make it deeper. If the rock is if the area is loam, you will save a lot of money from there. So I think you get some notes, or you'll tell me if I'm very fast. Maybe next time I'll become a bit slow. So I'm giving you
I think
time.
we are following Jeremy. Anybody who thinks that he's very fast? Yeah, I think we are following. Maybe the questions will come later.
All right. Uh, so so in the industry, there's also challenges. Let me talk of the challenges now. Let me start with the maybe few disadvantages of digester and the solution for that. You'll find out in some areas which is very swampy. I've started with the rocky. I think you're done with that. When you come with that, you have to increase the money of the quotation when you find out the place is rocky. I think we are done with that. So the number two, the challenge you get is you find out other areas is swampy. In swampy area, you will realize that the soak pit water, the digested water, it needs to sit to the ground, and the ground is swampy. It cannot sit. So what we usually do, we usually pump that water. The soak pit, there is a pump which you usually put inside the soak pit. So there is a certain level of water. We don't make it to become in the soak pit area. We tunabakisha space kidogo, at least 1 meter. So tunaingiza pump inside it, and then you pump the water to the nearest sewer line. So kanjo hapo hata kusumbua because hiyo maji ume pump out, it is haina harufu, it is environmental friendly. So unge pump out directly, kama ungeweka septic tank iende pale nje, hiyo maji imejaa, ungetashikwa na nema because ume pump out dirty water. So that is one of the solution for the swampy area about the biodigester. I'm seeing a video of my friend over there. Welcome. Michael Kanda. Karibu sana. Yes. So another challenge now about walkability. Unaweza pata umeenda kazi mbali. Kama saizi niko pande wa Marakwet, niko mali inaitwa Kapcherop. So tumekuja kazi now, ukitwa na customer mbali, because as an engineer you must be able to work countrywide everywhere kwenye umeitwa. So niko Marakwet saizi, nimeitwa kazi na mteja, today is day 3. So challenges ni unapata area labda ni baridi sana, ama upate accommodation labda hakuna kwa customer. So you have to find the nearest area, nearest town utakuwa unaenda kulala huko karibu. You book a room, and in your quotation you must also make the client be aware of the accommodation, so that usiingie kwa ile pesa yako umekuja kufanya kazi mbali na labda area ni expensive or something. So you must consider things like that. Another thing, kama ukienda mbali, far away, maybe from home, and you need kuna challenge ya transport ama accommodation ya watu wako. So kuna kazi nyingine unaweza enda ufike mtaa around, you look for guys around wakusaidie kazi kama excavation. Pia unapewa kazi mpaka excavation. Ukienda kufanya quotation yako, kazi yako ni mpaka labor yako ni mpaka excavation. So excavation, you just call local guys around wakusaidie kuchimba, unawapimia, then you pay them. So hapo itakusavia time, na pia accommodation ya watu wako. Labda ungetoka maybe you are from Nakuru, kuja na watu kama 5 from Nakuru, so you just go with 2 people or 1, so that it is affordable. Yes, I think I don't have much to say. Maybe you just ask me questions now. I think so that you understand more, I think questions is better. Any other question about plumbing and biodigester? And also some few of what our questions.
Okay, Jeremy. I think I'll go first because of the privilege of being the admin. Yeah. How did you start? Like, there's somebody who is saying nimezunguka, nimetafuta kazi. How do you advise that person how do you start? Because already you are a success. To me, you are a success right now. But there was a starting point where you started and saying, it's okay, sipati job. I'm not getting the jobs out here. Let me kick off and do something of my own before you even diverted to being prioritizing the biodigestors and the septic tanks. How has the journey been? And okay, I'll ask about the enzymes later. You touched on the enzymes, but there's somebody who is asking, where do I start? Even us who are working, we want to know, how can I jump and be in a position to join Jeremy and the rest who are doing this business? So where did you start?
Thank you very much. First of all, I'm coming from Baringo Damara vein, and venye nilimaliza shule nilitaka sana kwenda Nairobi, you know, kwenda kufanya kazi Nairobi ama kusoma Nairobi. You think unadhaningi kazi ni mingi in big town. That is our mentality. When you see a lot of people in town, you think, oh, yeah, there is a lot of money here. So that was my perspective at first. So I chose school, nikapata Kenya Water Institute because nilikuwa napenda kufanya, niliadvisiwa na mtu nifanye course ya maji, but sikuwa sure kama itapata kazi ama sitapata. Of course, it's a risk game. Nikakuja nikafanya Kenya Water, nikamaliza. So I wanted to, nilikuwa nafanya kazi Nairobi. Nikakaa na ndugu yangu kidogo baada ya shule, nikitafuta kazi around, nikaomba kazi Davis and Liverpool. Kazi kupata kazi ni ngumu. So ikakuwa time ya corona, nikakuja home. Corona ilikuja na basadi, nikakuja mtaa home.
Jeremy, we have lost you. We have lost your voice. Sorry, team. I think Jeremy is having some challenges with his internet. We're going to give him some time to sort it out. And before he sorts it out, I want to request on last week's session where we had the Kewi team and the Meru team. Did any one of us join that meeting? Can somebody give us some feedback on the meeting? Was it informative? What can we do differently? Like Hilda Minor, who has joined us for a couple of meetings, what do you think we can do differently before we get Jeremy back? Anybody, even Lycopian, I think you have joined us in a couple of meetings. Would love to hear your feedback if you're in a position to give us some feedback.
Hello.
Hilda, please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, on that for the University of Meru, it was so informative. I really learned a lot, and I'm looking to apply for that course. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Anybody else with a comment? As Jeremy sorts out his internet, we want to know, we want to have some comments on the meetings that we have been holding. I think Jeremy is back. Okay, please proceed, Jeremy. You are muted. Please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yeah, please proceed.
Sorry, I'm back. It was I was topping up with the bundles. Yes,
It's
you were
okay.
talking. You were saying something. Oh yes, it was my turn. So after finishing that was the corona time, nikakuja home. So nilitafuta mtu ambaye ako na skill ya plumbing. Just unatafuta mtu ako na skill, unakuwa na confidence, unaomba kazi, mwambie unajituma. So nikamwambia nilifanya plumbing but I don't have the skill, I want to learn the skill. So nikakuwa mtu wa mkono, mtu wa mkono. Unakuwa mtu wa mkono at the same time you are learning. So ukiwa mtu wa mkono una learn pole pole, there is this skill. apart from learning manual job, kuna makosa watu wengi wanafanya sana. Unakuwa mtu wa mkono, but you are not learning the business skill as well. You know the difference between manual job and the business itself of the ground. Unaangalia pia mtu wako successful ama successful, amefanya nini, na ndio apate hiyo vitu alifanya namna gani. Kama mtu labda ako na plot ama ako na gari ama kuna jambo fulani, unajua mtu alipata aje na pesa zake analipwa namna gani. Unamuuliza pia hii kazi unalipishanga namna gani. Unauliza in a good way, but unamuuliza mkua nje ya site. Usimuuliza kama customer kisia. You become very humble because kazi yake ni kazi yake, asiwe kama unamuingililia. So unamuuliza baadaye, so kazi kama ya biodigestor ama kuinstall one toilet ama kuinstall one sink inakuanga shilingi ngapi? Namna hiyo pole pole. Na customer akibagain sana inakuwa shilingi ngapi? So vitu kama hiyo sasa. Now ama pia ukishakuwa na experience pia kwa ground, unaangalianga, unapiga hesabu zako. Maybe ujilipa kama 2000 kwa siku kama foreman ama 1500, and then your guys maybe unaweza lipa 1000 ama 500 unajifunza kazi. And then you sum up how many days will you do this job. You add also accommodation and everything, then you give out the client. If kama kazi ni 30,000, unakisha hapo kama 10,000 ilikuwa ya accommodation and other things kama transportation and all that, inakuwa sawa namna hiyo. So some of the quotation una nyingi peke yako apart from kuambiwa na mtu. Una nyingi, hii kazi nimeenda nimespend 500 transport, nikafanya kazi siku mbili, maybe ujilipe kama 2000 ama 1000, unaangalia pia wenye unajiweza, but usio overquote. There is overquoting, a lot of overquote. So tulikuwa kwa upande wa kazi, so nikakuja polepole nikajifunza kwa hiyo jamaa, nikalearn skills kidogo. From there pia nikaanza kujimarket pia online. Kujimarket online, na itafika pia mahali huyo mtu atakuwa na kazi mingi. Hivi someone who is very serious atakuwa na kazi mingi. Na akuwa na kazi mingi, kuna zile kazi ndogo ndogo atakutuma. Like now, kuna kazi alifanya kitambo, maybe 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Maybe inafika mahali plumbing inataka maintenance. Nafika mahali tap inavunjika ama ina block. Kazi ndogo ndogo, I mean maintenance purpose. Sasa anapigia simu anamwambia, hey, come ile kiti ile sink uliniwekea, na I'm thinking nowadays it's leaking. Maybe inafika mahali maybe gum inakuwa weak. So yeye haizi enda because labda kuna kazi kubwa kubwa. Hiyo repairs labda ni 2000 ama 1000 na kuna kazi 10,000 mahali. Anasema anakutuma hiyo. Anakuambia enda ufanye hiyo kazi. So ukienda pale pia unajifunza na atakuachia labda mwambie ulipishe client. Hapo utafika pale client atakuongezea kazi nyingine. Anakuambia, oh, so and so was busy, amekutuma. All right. And there is a station of something here. I want you to send me this stuff to that place. From there now you start gaining clients. From there kufanya kazi smart hapo, mwingine anakuja anamuuliza, nani alikufanyia kazi? Anakuambia, oh, certain guy alikutuma na friend. Chukua namba yake alafu utampigia. Now from there una get clients, there is referral. That means kama ungeenda hiyo kazi ungepata ile kazi nyingine rafiki yako akaona. So unajituma. Yeah, so tuseme hakuna kazi na nao kazi yako ndio itakuza mwenyewe. What have you done? Useme sina kazi na hujafanya chochote. Nani ameona hiyo kazi? Nafaa kwanza ukuu muonekane ufanya kazi fulani ndio uweze kujulikana kuwa trusted. Huyu alinifanyia ndio kweli. Fika namba yake, alifanya kazi nzuri. That is good. You shall call it referral. Referral is very good. Yes, I think you are done with that. But if there is another question about work market, niambie.
Amazing. I think you have received the answer. And your answer goes with one of our friends, Kisiwa. I saw him joining. He said, nilipotoka Kewi pia nilienda nikajiingiza kwa watu wenye wanafanya plumbing huko nje, nikasoma kutoka kwao. So I think that is something that is coming out very clearly, that if you have a skill, yes, you have the knowledge from Kenya, people on the ground is very, very important. Na pia kufanya kazi na an honest work, kufanya kazi na uadilifu, kufanya kazi mzuri, ndio upate recommendation to somebody else. Unajua, the referral comes from your work. Now, ukishafanya kazi mzuri, unaweza kujiuza huko nje. And that was very, very clear. So anybody with a question, please, for Jeremy, please go ahead. Anybody with a question, please go ahead and ask Jeremy.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening.
Good evening, Jack. Please go ahead.
Good evening.
Okay, thank you very much. I thought I was not audible enough. Okay, my question, okay, maybe I can introduce myself. I'm Jackson Ginga. I'm the co-founder and also in the making the Blue Horizon water construction industry. It is an industry that the sector, mostly in water construction, but it is in the starting point, inaendelea to grow. Well, I think I can call Jeremy my fellow comrade. I hear he is doing the work that we do, which is commendable. Maybe because I'm also an expert in the area of biodigestor, and also I feel nafurahianga interact with my fellow engineers or my fellow people in the field, maybe the experience and what they get there from there. Maybe if I ask how much, what is the capacity of biodigester, which is your maximum capacity on your biodigester? How many people, maximum people, do you put in one biodigester?
Now it depends on the even up to 300 users. You can work even up to 300 users. Now in biodigester, when you find out that that's why nilisema mwanzo, ukipata unamuuliza customer kwanza before ajenge nyumba yake, maybe anaza labda baada hajajenga nyumba ama atataka kuongeza rentals baadaye. So customer anaweza kuwa nyumba kidogo domestic, alafu baadaye ajenge big rentals kando yake, alafu channel iende kwa ile digester domestic. That means atakuwa na overload hiyo digester. So ukitaka kuwezana na mambo ya digester, you don't overload it. Lazima ujue how frequent it is. Unaweza pata kweli toilet ni moja ama mbili, but how many users are anatumia toilet kwa siku? Kama zile za commercial, unaweza pata wako na toilet kweli 3 2, lakini wanatumia kwa siku. Hiyo jambo lingine pia unafaa kujua. The public place. So hapo una increase the room of the sludge. The first chamber. You see the first chamber here. The first chamber must be big, this one, because that means that place there is a lot of human waste. So they must be given also room for decomposition. The first chamber must be big, and also that means if it is very active, you will also have to increase the size of the soak pit, because so that it cannot be overloaded in terms of percolation. The more the water percolates here, it is overload the soak away. So soak pit inafaa ikuwe big enough, and also the chambers. The first chamber iko kubwa, and then the rest pia ikuwe a bit pia bigger, but this one must be the biggest one, so that usiunde digester kidogo na kumbe watu wanatumia ni wengi sana, inakuwa overloaded. So you must consider also that. Now also you must also increase the piping itself. At least use from 6-inch pipe. This pipe. There's also pipe we usually inlet. Also these other chamber, the inlet of this other chamber, and the outlet. Make sure this pipe is bigger, and we usually put T here. If you know the system, we should usually put T. Make sure this T is 6-inch, and the plug also up here. The inspection chamber is also the bigger, and this one will be airtight. These are the plug. You know, the digester, it uses anaerobic respiration. I'm sure some of you mulifanya part ya wastewater unit, kwingine alifanya kwa unit, mwingine akafanya kama the full course. This procedure, this digester here is occurring through an anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration, it doesn't use air, so it must be tight. There's this one called aerobic and anaerobic. I'll also come to aerobic procedure later. I think this biodigester is for the anaerobic respiration. I'll also come later for the aerobic respiration procedure for treating wastewater. Proceed. Are we together? Hello.
Yes, Jackson. Jack, sorry. Jack, are you able to receive
Okay,
your
yeah, I get
answer?
you. Also, I can ask. Yeah, yes, I have received it. Well, if
Jack, unapotea.
You are
can,
breaking. I don't know whether it's your internet. We can't hear you well. You are breaking.
Okay, sorry. Am I audible enough now?
Yes, I think network.
I think it's much better, yeah.
Okay, well, ningetaka kumuuliza swali lingine. Wakati una install your digester, do you put an effluent filter?
That's a very good question. Effluent filter. Now we have something called a grease trap. In a biodigester, when you're doing biodigester, you don't mix water from toilet and the bathroom. When you're doing a biodigester, make sure the current plumber or the client in the ground must be aware that the piping, the water from a soak pit, the water from wash and basin, bathroom, kitchen, washing machine, we call it gray water. Gray water moves directly to the soak pit. And then the wastewater from toilet, which you call it black water, it goes directly to the digester. The main reason for not mixing the water, it is because these living microorganisms doesn't work well with the detergents, fats. Since these are living organisms, they are killed by those detergents and fatty fats and detergents. That's why we direct them directly to the soak pit. Kidogo tu.
Hello.
Kidogo tu. Let me do something here. So.
Okay, I have a question.
Anyway, proceed.
Yeah, we have these areas, or like, let's say the plots. And
hello, kidogo, unanisikia?
Yes.
Hello. Siko nimemalizia Jack. So kuna hiyo collector ya effluent ya from kitchen and bathrooms. We usually have something called grease trap. We trap the fats and then we come and remove it later. Fats, when it gets into water, it solidifies. And when it solidifies, it floats. So when it floats, we come and we put a filter and we remove it later. I think Jack, you'll kama umeridhika, kama hujaridhika utanieleza. Now niambie, mko semaje? Fatty.
Yes, nilikuwa na swali.
Yeah.
Do you consider maybe plots or rather clients' land that is, however small it may be, because nimeona one of the advantages that it takes small space or less space, but almost every plot right now, because of this issue of water scarcity and the crisis at itself, tuna watu wako na shallow wells, and in most of these shallow wells the casing has not been done properly. Yeah, and the distance, for example, from whatever we do effluent discharge and other things, from that borehole, or rather the shallow well that has not cased well, kuna that distance, kuna maybe 20 to 50 meters or 20 to 10, depending on the space. So do you also consider that? Because
Yes,
the last part contains maybe specifically water, but we still have things that may can extend to the last chamber, and the soil porous, and I think that connectivity is there. So maybe nikipenda kujua kidogo.
Ndio kabisa. Jambo la kwanza ukifika ground, kama wewe ni engineer wa ground wafanya mambo ya water table ya maji, water table ujue venye inaenda. Now kuna venye maji huwa ina flow. So kuna maji huwa inaelekea east side, nyingine inaelekea west side. Ile the soak away water. Maji kiingia chini inafaa uko unajua hii area namna gani. The nearest river iko wapi? Unaangalia mostly na river venye maji ina flow. So pia unaona pia maji ikiendaga chini ina flow towards the direction of the maji iko mingi zaidi ina flow towards the normal direction kwenye maji huwa inapitanga ile maji ya mvua since before. So unakisha iko farthest point iko the opposite side of the area, opposite side of the well in terms of the flowing of water table ya maji ya percolation. Unakisha imeelekea side ya river iko opposite. Na client inafaa pia kwanza before ajenga well unafaa pia kwa consider hiyo, ama you do the piping iende to the opposite direction of the well kwenye maji huwa ina flow towards the river. Is there any other question?
Yeah, thank you for that. Hapo nimeielewa.
Ndio.
Yeah, what about areas with confined aquifers like that? And do you have to do an hydrogeological survey report maybe to come up with the direction and also the extension of the pipes away from that well itself?
Yes, ukiwa ground lazima pia ukosha wewe mwenyewe ufanye kazi yote, because nowadays uchumi umekuwa mbaya na customer hawezi ita watu tofauti kuja afanye quotation moja ama fanya kazi moja. So lazima uweke pia kwa budget ya quotation yako, uone venye ground iko na utacharge kwa quotation fee yako. Hiyo pia kuangalia venye ground iko, you must learn that, or you call an expert na pia iko kwa quotation. It's okay, but now some clients will not be able to pay all those hydrological surveys. So you must also learn the skills that you just go to the area and you learn it naturally. Or you just consult from an expert so that it become good.
Okay.
Yes.
So the last question is about the permits. We've seen Water Resources Authority and other institutions. If you have under NEMA, there is something effluent discharge permit. There is that enforcement nowadays, depending on the number of maybe the users. I've heard you say that you can even construct something of 300 and above. Do you usually consider that maybe at the end of the day, before doing the constructions or beginning that process? Or do I need to do that in case I get the same job as per the information that you provided today?
They have sewer line, which is running maybe the nearest point. And now when you do biodigestor, automatically the overflow, that's why I said first it is environmental friendly.
Mm-hmm.
So that which means if it is environmental friendly, that means there'll be no complaint, because they'll come and collect that water and test it if there is environmental friendly or it has a lot of bacteria. If it has a lot of bacteria, that means your digester is not working very well. You not did the procedure well. So when you do the right procedure, of course, NEMA usually come and collect the water, and then they check it if it is okay for environmental friendly for releasing to the ground. Also, you must also be confident with your job, so that what you are doing is not come with bring you problems later. Like there's some people who I've come across a lot of cases whereby the digester failed. Let me tell you a story. Kuna huyu customer wangu nilikuwa nafanya plumbing. Sasa nikamfanyia plumbing kumaliza, na kumbe alikuwa kuna gari alimwambia anafanya biodigestor. So akuja akamfanyia biodigestor. So hakuwa anajua mimi nafanya biodigestor, lakini hakuwa ameniuliza mwanzo. But I was advising, but he alerted the guy earlier. So hapo tu nikaamua kufanya my part. Now baada ya kumaliza kazi yangu
I think Jeremy, you are breaking again. Yes.
Hello. Unanipata?
Yes, nakupata.
Now this guy kumbe alifanya biodigester kwa job, kumbe alikuwa ameona kazi kufanya digester, lakini hakuwa maanani kupata skill, kukuwa na experience. Kuna customer, kuna mtu hapa kwa group yetu hii saizi alikuwa amesema work marketing hakuna. So huyo jamaa alikuja kufanya kazi chafu juu hakuwa patient na kufanya kazi safi. So that guy tuka digester ikaanza kutumika ikafail. Kumbe alitumia wrong procedure, ina leak ndani. So that guy ilibidi amefungwa because alikuja akafanyia watu kazi chafu. That means this guy alikuwa na idea kweli, lakini now hakutumia the right procedure. That means the guy had no experience. Alitoka haraka bila hajapata kazi, apata experience from the guy anamfunza. So mambo ya failing of, so that's why I'm saying you must use the right procedure so that it cannot fail. Customer kuja akafungwa ama pia kuja ukafungwa sababu ulifanya kazi chafu. Na mimi umenipata?
Yes, nimekupata.
Yeah. Sawa, mwingine mwenye swali?
I think I have a question on Jerry Drops Limited. Are you registered with the government right now, Jeremy?
Yes. First of all, I'm registered. First of all, you have to register with. You have to start from registering a name. That is business name. Usually choose 3 names. Like mine, at first you choose 3 names and then you send it, and then the government will verify one name which will be registered by for you. That is the first procedure. From there, now when you have already have the business name which you want the business name. Now the mine at first I was using Jerry Drops Plumbing Solution, but the one which the government recommended for me was Jerry Drops Water Technology. They recommended that for me. And so from there now I came and registered it now to become the limited company, which is under waterworks. There's different there is construction, waterworks, and mechanical and other, but mine are registered under waterworks. So you register it to become limited. Registration fee cost around 10,000 for registration for the limited, around 12,000. But business name is around 1,500 to 2,000. Now the limited company now usually pay yearly at 5,000 for just a license. You pay that 5,000 yearly. It fluctuates sometimes, but you pay for so that you can apply even big jobs for the county and others. Yes.
Amazing. And there are people who are looking for attachments. Hiyo iko sawa kabisa, because if I want to recommend you, definitely I want to recommend you as a verified biodigester, septic tank, or a plumber. So I just want to clear that away, out of the way. And I want to tell that everyone joining us today, if you're looking to get somebody to do digesters, the plumbing, let's gather to give the job to our people who are working so hard and have registered themselves out there to provide the service. I want also to ask a question about those who are seeking for attachment or internship with you people. You told me you have 4 chances for this, and I appreciate that. So those who are looking, are they intending to get something small, like a stipend as they learn the job, or how does it go?
Yes, of course, when you come, when you join our team, of course, for your upkeep, at least
Jeremy, you are breaking. Unavunjika kidogo kwa sauti, hatujakusikia vizuri.
Naamini sasa mnanipata.
Yes, hii uko sawa. I think we have lost you again, Jeremy. I think we have lost him again a little bit. Maybe he's gonna be back. We can't get him. Watu wananisikia? Maybe I'm the one who is lost. Are you people hearing me? Niko sawa. Thank you so much. Yeah, I thought I'm the one who is, because there was a time I was logged out and then in. I think the challenge is with Jeremy, and we wanted that crucial question to be answered. I was also taking the views for last week's meeting last week. Jeremy, you're back? All right. Please go ahead with our answer. You are muted.
Sorry. Hapa network si mzuri, pia kuna clients wananipigia, ina affect kidogo.
Sawa, pole.
Yes. So ulikuwa unauliza about kama kuna kitu kidogo watapata. Yes, kutakuwa na upkeep kidogo. Unajua sasa personally I don't employ people. Mimi nakufunza kazi, ushike line, ujitegemee. Mimi siandiki mtu kazi ati permanent. Tunafanya kazi pamoja, ushike line. Then ujitegemee pia. Wengine pia wakuje wajifunze. You become by your own.
Yeah.
Na kuna upkeep kidogo lazima utapata kufanya.
All right, so they'll get something small as they work with you, yeah?
Hello?
Yes. You confirmed that they'll get something small to sustain them as they work with you.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, my last question, I think I have so many questions. Did the guy who trained you come from Kewi? Because
No.
or you found him on the ground?
I found him on the ground.
Amazing. Anybody else with a question, please go ahead. Anybody else with a question for Jeremy, please go ahead.
Okay, well, Jeremy, I think the time you took out about the grease trap, my question was not directed on grey water or for grease trap. I was asking mostly, in most cases, because for me, the moment I'm doing, can you hear me, Jeremy?
I'm getting you.
Okay. I was asking, before you release water from to French drain or choke pit from biodigester, do you, in between the French drain and the biodigester, do you have an effluent filter?
Now,
maybe, yeah.
Can you illustrate well about your effluent? What do you understand by saying effluent? Unaelewa namna gani tukisema mambo ya effluent?
Okay, the moment I'm saying about the effluent filter, the effluent.
I want you to tell me by your understanding that meaning of effluent. Wewe unaeleza na Kiswahili hiyo effluent unasema.
Okay, effluent. Okay, sawa. Effluent kwa the way I'm working at the way we learned and what I'm applying the ground right now. Mostly the effluent is the water after treating the influent water from biodigester after going for that process of bioreactor, inatoka hapo inakuwa every particle is broken down. Unanisikia?
I'm getting you, sir.
Okay, well, thank you. Most of the time, you find mostly after release your maji imetoka kwa biodigester, before you release it, iende kwa soak pit or the pumping well or somewhere else you want it to go, you want to direct it, either it is recycling or what you want. In between that process of where unataka kuipeleka sasa, for me, most of the time I apply an effluent filter, which maybe in case unapatanga maji ikitoka kwa biodigester, maybe there is a small remaining particles zimepita nayo, ambazo I have come to realize mostly in the time I am going to maintain other biodigesters, unapata soak pit imekuwa so logged and imefungana haraka. I came to realize most of it kuna kuanga, I came to learn that most of the time before maji ikireleasiwa ikitoka kwa digester hakukosangi ile kinyevunyevu inapita hapo, the particles zenye zinapita pia zinapita nayo, ambazo zinaenda zinafunga huko the micropores of the French drain, that is our biodigester, the stones that we are put zenye tumeweka kwa ile biodigester kwa sokupiti yetu, unapata zinaifunganisha, so the water filtration, the infiltration of water become hard, and the seepage inatuma sasa our soak pit or the French drain inakuwa rocked. So in between there, I realized we need to have something called an effluent filter, ambayo sasa iko katikati ya the French drain and biodigestor, ambayo ina act as a medium that ni kama kichungi inayochunga hiyo takataka yote before you release it to before you outlet it to biodigester. So in between there, maybe I advise my fellow engineers or what you do, you need to construct a filter that's what we call a effluent filter. Ndio maana nilikuwa nakuuliza kama wewe uko nayo.
I'm getting your point.
Yeah.
I'm getting your point. So hata ile point yangu ya kwanza at first nilikwambia, now in your area maji ya soap ya jikoni kuosha mkono na bafu inaenda direct to the soap pit, right?
Yes.
Maji ya soap pit inaenda kwa digester direct ama soap pit direct?
Sijakuelewa hapo.
Umefanya double piping kwa system yenu?
Yeah, I do double piping. Yeah, I do double piping, double drainage piping.
All right. Now it is advisable also to now that is further digestion. Further digestion. It is also good to have that filter, because places when you go to make a pump, that means pump inavuta uchafu, inavuta some particles. So lazima uweke sieve so that your pump isikuje ikakuwa blocked, ama hiyo pia the rate of ya hiyo kama sabuni and hiyo mafuta lazima kwanza utrap outside, lazima utrap before it gets in. So it is also good to have that filter. I like the way you are thinking. It's good. There is something which you learn in ground automatically, apart from being taught. When you go to ground, you just study and then you see the problem and you find the solution. That's why you are being called engineer. To be called an engineer, you must find a solution for something which is hata kama hujafunzwa unahakikisha umepata solution. Kwa sababu you might find out kuna mahali pengine wanasema kuna kazi several nimefanya, wanaambiwa tumeita mafundi wengi sana biodigester watafute solution, tumeita plumber karibu 3 wafanye solution, lakini bana wewe umekuja ukatutatua solution. That means hawa jamaa kuna ile extra thought ya kufikiria kusema mbona nisifanye namna hii. Kuna vile anasema haiwezekani, lakini kuna skills zinafaa tu apply extra ndio iwezekane. So that is it.
Yeah, actually that is it. That's what I was trying to mean. And even to my fellow biodigester installers who are in the house, it is advisable before you release your black water from biodigester. I'm not talking about the grey water, because for me I don't mix up. Actually, I inaenda direct to French drain from my rust manhole. I ensure it goes to.
Do you have a grease trap?
I have. I do install a grease trap. Okay, mostly I was talking more mostly the black water, kwa sababu hiyo maji inakuanga na kinyesi na hizo particle maybe hakukosangi yenye inapita. I could advise every biodigester installer to be ensuring after biodigester you need the outset of biodigester, it should inastahili iende directly kwa effluent trap. Hiyo itawasaidia sana kukosa kuwa mna maintain your French drain, because most of the time I have in the most of cases that I'm going to repair, the most of the time naenda kutengeneza to do maintenance za French drain soak pit, of which maybe it come in an expensive way. Unapata sasa lazima mtoe hiyo mchibe another one again. It is because mostly hiyo maji kutoka in the four chambers of biodigester inakuanga na particles ambazo zinaingia zinapitanga, halafu sasa zinaenda, unaona hiyo our hardicles inaendanga inatengeneza uji huko, so it make infiltration so hard. So ensure in any time you go installing your biodigester, kindly ensure you put a effluent trap, a effluent filter, of which I'm available. If anyone who want to learn more about it, I am available to teach you, to enlighten you, to mentor you how we make it. I make it so that it come easy. It is something that is solving that problem of French drain kubroke. So anyone maybe akona swali anaweza nipata kando after this. Maybe I'll train you. I'll show you how I install it. And it act like inakuanga so good. Actually, maybe unaweza uliza, it is because we are in a running session. That's why I decided to share it. Yeah, thank you.
All right, Jack, thank you. Now, there's also umesema sockpit kukua uji. Now, upande wa sockpit in this chamber we have here. Let me. I don't know if to switch. Now, this last chamber, which is the sockpit. This one, these rocks. Kuna watu wanasemanga rocks ile nyepesi ya kunyonya maji ni mzuri kwa sockpit. Customers wengi wanadhaningi hiyo mawe nyepesi ndio inaweza kunyonya maji. No. The main purpose of these shapeless stones is to allow percolation. Lakini si ati inyonye maji. Customers wengi wanadhaningi ati mawe inanyonya maji. That's why wanaenda kutafuta ile mawe nyepesi. Now, sockpit inatakanga mawe hard stones. Ile hard stones kabisa kama foundation stones. Ile za kokoto, so that isiyeyuke. Unajua hizi mawe soft inayeyuka, in sediment the walls of the sockpit. Sasa tuna challenges ya maji kuto soak away. That's why sometimes we call it soak away or we call it sockpit. So make sure you are using hard stones so that with time isikuje kabla kukuta ikakosi your problems. Thank you very much, Jack, umenikumbusha about the correct rocks of using. So make sure you are using hard rocks to avoid the soft rocks from melting, alafu inakuwa ina block ukuta ya socket. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I normally say this is a platform where we learn, we sharpen each other, we remind each other. I love the conversation that I look forward to this meeting really. And thank you so much, Jack, and thank you, Jeremy, for that opportunity that you are still reminding us. Let's reduce the workload. Let's do this. This is the kind of conversations that I always look out to. Elisha, you have something to say. Please go ahead. Elisha Ochieng.
Thanks, Cicely. My name is Elisha, just as Cicely has mentioned. I do have a question to Jeremy and Patty. Hope I'm clear enough.
You are very clear.
My question is, I'm assuming already I've installed this biodigester. And let me assume I'm giving it to a group of people, let me say my tenants. And sometimes we have these systems that usually leak into the WCs. So you realize that now I'm realizing maybe in the end month that we've lost like 50,000 liters, which has been lost to the biodigester. Does this really affect now the quality of the enzyme, so the quantity of the bacteria which feeds on this waste in the biodigester? And if it really affects, how then do we solve this particular problem now in the biodigester? Then number two, I know we could really separate the gray water and the black water, but you realize that, for example, for maybe there are some households who do the washing and they realize that they pour this water into the cisterns. So gray water still finds its way into the biodigester. How does this then affect the efficiency of these biodigesters? Thank you.
Hello. Now, na mimi ndo unanipata. Umesema kuna maji mingi na leak inaenda kwa maji mingi na leak inaenda kwa digester. Alafu ya story ya pili umesema kuna some of the part of the gray water inaenda kwa digester. Now, first of all nilisema pesa zile it has less maintenance. And anything which you don't maintain, it will bring you a big problem later. Everything must be maintained. And that's why I say resourceless maintenance. After some time, you have to add. After some time, you have to add the enzyme. Enzymes helps in the increase of the microorganisms, and it also increases the composition of waste. So you must at least annually or after 2 years, you maintain it, you add the enzymes, or you call the technician to come and survey. Also look at the temperatures of the digester of the water. You know, there's in some areas it's very cold. Maybe the microorganisms might not survive. So the chances of it developing, you know, microorganisms grow naturally and they multiply. So in a very cold area, sometimes you usually use you add the enzymes frequently, so because of the temperatures, so that the temperatures become medium, so that it can increase the breeding rate of them to become more. Thank you. Are you okay? Are you okay with my question, with my answer?
Jeremy, that is okay. But what I was looking at in terms of, for example, we are doing maintenance. This is twice a year, for example. You said we can do it annually or after 2 years. This is something which is unnoticed. I'm only seeing this in the bills that are reflecting, especially in terms of water bills. So I've noticed that there's high consumption, which is so uneven. So as an expert, I realize that maybe there's one of the things which are leaking. How then do we immediately combat such a thing? How can we know that now for this amount of volume lost, now we don't have bacteria, or now the effluent that we are now releasing now is not safe, especially for disposal in the French drains?
Now, when you realize there is a leakage, first of all, you must call an area technician to repair the leakage. That is the part of maintenance. And also, when the expert of biodigestor will know if the rate of digester, the microorganisms is low or is high. When I come to your place, I'll just look at the first chamber. The human waste should be not that hard. I'll come and take the water and check them. If it is very hard, when you dip in a stick to the first chamber, if it is very hard, that means there is problem in the workability of the digester. But when it's a bit soft, that means the first chamber, the digester is working perfectly. And also you go and check the last chamber in the surface. You see the overflow of the water. If it's very clear or it has some particle, that means there is a problem. So the outlet, the water must be at least fair, but it must not have some particles. Or I'll just show you I'll video call you one of the digester. You see the workability. The one which has failed, I'll send you the pictures, and the one which is okay. You just you know the difference. Would you call a technician to your place? Are we together?
Thank you. I think maybe Elisha, your question has been answered.
Yes, it was greatly answered. Thanks.
Amazing. Elisha is requesting for team number, maybe on the comment section. And Patim was saying single piping requires an effluent filter, detergents, and the fats of indigestible particles. I think he was replying to Jack conversation on that. Do we have any other question or we can close the meeting? I think it was a very informative session that we had today. And I've learned a lot also about biodigesters. Caroline, please go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm sorry I came in late. I'm a bit struggling between classes. I'm having another class also, but I just decided to pop in. But I've gotten a few information on the biodigesters. But I wanted just to make first of all a comment. I want to applaud our sister Says for the work you're doing. You are really a great woman in this space. So we thank God for you. My question would be, in installing the biodigestors, especially in the areas where we have got what do I say? The level, the water table is very low. Is a bit high, whereby you do it about 5 to 6 feet and you find that there is a water table. Those are the challenges that I was looking at. How would you maybe recommend, or how would you advise such a person in the installation of biodigestors, please? Thank you.
Yes, that's a very good question. In that case, you must make sure that your pipe work is not deep. Afadhali ukorogea pipe zako zipite juu. In terms of, the more ukichimba, usually waste pipe inaenda na gravity. So the more ikienda farther send inakuwa deeper. So make sure from the behind, from the starting point, make sure pipes haziendi chini sana. Ipite juu ya pavement ama ufanyie molding, ipite juu. Kitambo ifike the farther end, isikuwe imeingia deeper sana ikafikia the water table. Usually you have water table up to 3 feet, 2 feet in other areas. But make sure, so you'll make sure, first thing, make sure the piping agenda chini sana mpaka ikafikia kwa maji, the inlet. Another thing, make sure your digester and soffit is wide. Ini kama ile soil ya kwanza ya pande wa rocky area na mali soft area. So you make sure it is wide so that you achieve the volume. Kama mtungi ni square, I mean the size of the digester, kama ni square na ni 2000 liters, 2 meters cubic. Alafu kuna ingine pia ni maybe rectangle long, provided you achieve 2 meters cubic, bado uko sawa. So make sure it is wide, auendi chini juu ya maji. And then pia pande wa soffit pia make sure ni wide. That means population area ipopulate towards the ground kwenda chini. Population area ina populate to opposite side, yani kwa ukuta, side on the top side. So that is the case.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. Yeah, I've gotten you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Welcome.
And thank you so much for joining us tonight, ma'am. Appreciate your presence. Yeah, thank you so much, and for the positive compliments. Do we have any other question tonight, or we can call it a day? And then Jeremy, if somebody want to reach out to you, maybe they are stuck somewhere, is it okay for us to get the company contact, that maybe we can get some information, some guidance? Maybe somebody is dealing with biodigesters or septic tanks, they are stuck. Jeremy, nitafanya nini hapa? How can you advise me? So is it something that you'd be willing for us to have your number or the company number, the Jerry Drops water technology number, so that we can be able even to recommend a customer who is looking for biodigesters?
Yes, you'll reach out through my number, which is 0701 059 958. Ama uingie pale Facebook ama TikTok. Ingawaje hatuko tumeingia sana mambo ya online TikTok ama Facebook, but utasearch Jerry Drops plumbing solution, utapata pale.
Amazing. I think we had a wonderful time, and Jerry Drops plumbing solution is on Facebook. You can follow them, and you can also follow us on Water Gurus. So we have a platform that is Water Gurus at Facebook and TikTok. So anytime you have a question or you want to connect with a professional, tuko na namba zao watu wengi tunaleta within these platforms, we can be able to help you out. Don't be stuck on site when we are there. We were stuck because we didn't have guidance. So there is somebody like Jeremy who has gone ahead of us. He has faced so many challenges so that we don't have to face these big challenges. You are looking to register your own company, niko kwa nataka ya plumbing. Jeremy can guide you through the search of the names, the registration of the company, and so many other things that he has maneuvered for you not to struggle. That's why I normally do these meetings, so that people do not have to struggle much like we struggled. Caroline is my mom and my mentor in the water sector. She's with me today, and she has just spoken right now. She knows how much we have had to handle, how much journey. Tumechimba mitaro na yeye sana, by the way. So all these things is for us, we do them for you not to struggle the same way we struggled. We are just making work easier for the others not to struggle. So do not struggle alone. You can reach out to my Facebook, which is SES, anytime. And if you also want to come and encourage people in this platform, you want us to feature you in our Sunday meetings, please feel free to reach out to me. Let me know. Sasa nataka kuwafunza on this one. Like, this is a platform where we are just giving out. There's nothing much we get from, we get a lot of satisfaction because we give because God has blessed us. So we give our time, we give our knowledge, and that's why we applaud people like Jeremy and many others many of you who want to come in this platform. Please, it is for all of us. Let me know, and you are always a blessing for joining us every Sunday. And in case you have any comments on the Facebook groups on this platform, also you can be dropping them so that we can improve. We can keep on improving. We are always here every Sunday. And if there's somebody you want us to bring as well, please let us know. So not unless there's another question, we have really okay, Jack, you want to say something?
Okay. Thank you, Madam Says. Before we conclude, it is wise. Maybe if I can talk about that, what I want to say, my comment. I wish how is my wish tungeweza, because I have been attending this meeting since we started. Only I have missed one. Nimemiss moja tu, but except ile tulikuwa nayo ya Sunday about ile ya Meru University, except hiyo tulikuwa na high attendance. We had a big attendance, tulikuwa na attendance kubwa, mainly because we even included the KEWI students who are still in the session and also who are still in attachment. It is my wish. Before I continue, I think I'm hapa ni mimi mdogo sana. I think I can say I'm the youngest one here, if I'm not wrong. Maybe if kuna mtu, because I'm yet to graduate, but I'm still not saying I don't have experience. I have 5 years experience in ground. Maybe my question could be better tukiweza fanya this mentor talk we are doing right now. Mentor talk we are doing and encouraging and giving the alumni the hope and the hope ya kumaneuver the ground. I wish if we can take it more to our comrades who are still in session, we bring them together, we target them to be our biggest number here, because they are the one who we need the most, because hatutaki wa struggle sana. We need them to have that ability of, we create them, we prepare them for the ground, how the ground will be after the graduation and after completion of the session. I wish we do all our best to bring them, being our admin. I wish if you can collaborate with the institution so that we can be sharing links to them, to the students in session to be joining, because they are the one, wao ndio wanahitaji attachment, they are the one who need the attachment. Unless sasa kukuwe na mmoja ako hapa, he could atasaidika na attachment, or maybe you share, you go announce there to the group, and mainly you unaitumanga kwa alumni forum. It is only in with the alumni forum, in our alumni forum, but hatutumangi kwa hizi zingine unless kukuwe na mtu wako active atapata those opportunities. It is my wish whether we can we bring them closer, because they are our sisters, our brothers. We bring them together here, wakuje wao hata actually sisi tuko huku kwa ground tumemaneuver. We are not the great target. If nikifikiria when you are starting this forum, it is, you are not targeting most on us. Unajaribu kutarget those who are in session so that you can encourage them what they can do in the water sector, how we were able to maneuver. And sasa nikiona sisi wenyewe ndio tuna maneuver, sisi we have been able to maneuver in the ground, sisi ndio we are attending the meetings. It is well because we are teaching each other, but at the end of the day, have we reached the the people wenye wanastahili kupata the information, those who need to be encouraged, those who are being to teach. We need to take note on that. At least we talk with the administration, we be sharing the link so that au ndio wanafikiria wao ndio wanafaa kuwa hapa. We see them, wapate knowledge, they ask question, how should we do? Wow, mostly because if I ask, maybe how many here are in the session right now? I'm a graduate recently. How many of them? Kaidri, you can react so that we can see. How many are in the session right now? We are 11 of us. How many are in session right now? All. Maybe you can. Okay, because I'm not seeing any reaction. I think since we are not in session. And actually, if this one, we really want to help the Kewi comrades, it is, I wish we bring them together. Our in session, we are audio, our main target. We need to bring them, we encourage them, we show them the way, because I think it is the only way. Hawatakuja kustai kwa ground. I wish they could learn this area. We train them so that they can't come to stuck in the ground. Tukigoja wakuja wakuwa ruminants, wakuje sasa ndio wamekaa like 5 years, says sina kazi, nimekaa miaka 5 sina kazi, can you connect me with someone? Okay, we don't want that. Tunataka mtu, at least we train them, wakitoka huko, we mentor them before they leave Kevi. Before they leave the Kewi gate, be it Chakariga, be it Nairobi, be it Kisumu or Kitui, wakitoka hapo, actually we need to have 70% or 80% of our graduates, they are not stuck. Hakuna yeyote ataenda kustuck kwa ground. And that's why sasa it is upon us, it is upon you, says, and us, we know how, we'll organize how, we will be getting those in session. Actually, for me, I am ready to cooperate with even administration to get the numbers. If tunaweza jadiliana tujue how we'll get them, I am there. I will be trying. Actually, today I had shared a link in one of my group class, which I was, but unfortunately, I think they were busy, but I can't blame it. I can't see anyone here. But Nisawa, but we need to work on it so that we come up, we motivate, we mentor them, not motivating them, but we mentor them so that they can maneuver the crowd. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jack. That's a very, very valuable point and very, very important, very important. But I just want to say something on my side, that we are all in this together. Like, we have to participate and help each other together. It's a collaboration of whoever is in school. Can you reach out to the chairman of the school or the vice chairman, and how you people can just make the word out there, because we can. For me, I'm a bit limited because I'm not, if I'm in Nairobi right now, I would have come and talked to the students directly. I am remotely connected to you guys I'm not in the country, so I may not be able to reach out to you. And if the word can go out there, the same way, Jackie, you're saying, you tell your comrade, this meeting that we normally gather every Sunday, that you can learn something out of it. The issue is the value that we create here. We have had sessions with Aaron from Qatar. He was taking us through reverse osmosis. What I do is, the much I can do right now is to record the meeting, and the comrades can come and check and watch it out. So we can only do a little bit of what we can do from our side. Like, everyone need to participate. We need, when we send the links out there, we normally send to all the 3 groups, alumni groups. So the comrades also need to do their part and pass the word that there is this meeting, which is always there every Sunday. You see, now we are sharpened by Jeremy. Last week we were sharpened by we had the staff and the Meru staff. It takes a lot of work for me to remotely organize all these things, and as I do that, I also have a family, I have children, I have work to take care of. So we can all collaborate together and say, mimi niko shule bado naeza ongea na comrades, and the comrades will learn, they will learn a lot, really. They will learn a lot from these sessions that we normally have. I pray to God that next week we bring a doctor from the US who is a KV alumni, but right now he diverted to being a doctor. This is a journey that we want to know. How did he reach there? We are so proud of Jeremy. How has he reached there? So this urge to learn has to be with the comrades themselves, because wengine saa hii wako kwa klabu, wengine wamelala, wengine wako wanafurahia tu. But if they join for that 1 hour that we are here, their mind will expand, and they will have a platform where we give a chance to ask questions, and the people who I bring on board, they are kind enough to hold people's hands. So every session is great, is a great session. Like when we brought Aaron, he's looking for, there's an investor from Qatar looking to start a hazardous waste disposal plant in Kenya. You see, we have different platforms with different kind of people, and for the benefit of us, Kenyans, benefit of our country. So all these platforms are for the good of the alumni, the good of the KV students, and any other student who may join us, because if we bring a HR here to tell you, go like this for an interview, we did an interview session. We spread the word out there. Come, learn how to present yourself for an interview, how to dress for an interview, how not to dress for an interview, how to talk, how an interview starts from the gate, from the security that you meet. You have to start an interview from the gate. So all these things, we do them for the benefit of the comrades. So send the word out there. We will also try to reach out to the comrades more, and we will try and do that. Jack, that was a very wonderful point. And I think we agree with it, but even if we reach out, they have to join us. So there's an initiative from their side as well. We will do our part, and there's also an initiative from their side.
Okay, I wish, Cess, because you are an admin, you are the admin, I wish whether you can do this, you can organize, because the biggest problem is being you are remotely. Having like now the current dean of student, that is Faisal, Mr. Faisal Hassan. I think he is friendly. I wish we can do this. Maybe on one time, on one Saturday we dedicated. You see the way we dedicated the last Sunday for Meru University Comrade. You organize awareness. You can organize an awareness talk to them through the KV administration, through the deans of students. We give them the awareness of why we have these meetings. You organize that meeting, the Google meeting. It can be a Google meeting as the Kamaya last Sunday. To Apatie, you give them, you come with the platform, you talk to them. Though because you have talked with the management, with the administration, you will have able to gather, gather a number, and we give them, and we create awareness to them, the importance of these studies, because unajua most of them hawako kwa alumni groups. That is it. I think you need to put that on consideration. Thank you, and have a good night, everyone.
Thank you so much, Jack. I will look into that. I will surely look into that and see how we can bring everyone on board. Do we have seen any other person with a comment before Caroline closes for us with a word of prayer? Thank you so much, Jeremy, for joining and for giving us your time and your knowledge. We shall keep in touch, and maybe we will disturb you a bit for those who are looking for guidance. And thank you, Patiam. Thank you, Hilda. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Ma'am, for joining us tonight. We really appreciate your presence. We are always here from 7 to 8. Let's spread the word. Even if you can join and just mute yourself, you'll still learn something from the speakers who will be here every Friday, every Sunday. So, Ma'am, please, if there is no other question, please close for us with a word of prayer.
Thank you, sis, and thank you, everyone. I really appreciate that and that opportunity. And just as one of us has been saying, that let's spread the word. I've been following. I've not been able to get a chance to join, but I'm trusting God that I'll be trying to, atakamani commute as I do the other one, and I'll try to multitask. But I thank God because God will give us the grace. Otherwise, let us bow down for a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, in the mighty name of our Lord Jesus, thank you, King of all the glory. We worship and we give you praise for this wonderful evening. Thank you for taking care of us, O King of glory, even since the start of the day. And my Father, we are here on the 1st of March. God, we commit this month ahead of us. I want to thank you because of this platform that you created through our sister says, that King of glory, that those who are coming in this space of water and sanitation, that they may be able to learn more and they may not go to struggle in other areas, but God, they may get opportunities and be able to help each other. I pray that God, this mentorship program is going to grow for the glory and honor of your holy name. I pray, God, for all the coordinators and all the members. And as we are reaching out, I pray that God, we shall reach many platforms that are going to join, so that my Father, the network will be great. We worship and we bless you. Even as we rest this evening, I pray that you may protect us. And we pray for this month of March ahead of us, that God, as we start with you, you may end with you. Guide us throughout this month, guide us in our working places. I commit each and every one of us, my God, when together with their families. God, may you bless them, may you protect them, preserve their lives, oh God. We also pray, God, for those who are in AU nations, like our sister Names. It says, we commit their lives before you. May you protect them, oh God, against all these wars and amidst the chaos that are going on in the world. Father, we pray that let the peace of God that surpasses human understanding, let it continue to reign in those nations. My Father, we are praying for the peace of those nations in the name of Jesus Christ. Be glorified and be exalted, for there is no other God like you. Pray this trusting in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Mom. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. God bless you and see you next Sunday. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye, and say hi to my grandchildren, please.
I will do that. Thank you so much.